Lindsay. I just started stepping into that. I said the say, right? So I was called Lindsay for a very long time. The proper formal way to say my name is Lindsay. Has an A with a literal, like the slash, the hyphen over it. You may or may not have seen some of my posts that I have been sharing. Everybody goes through shit, and I feel like for me personally, it's like every time I turn around, I'm hitting a wall. You know what I mean? It's like one thing after another after it. My life is like an eternal tower card is what it feels like. So I started diving into human design. Lo and behold, my gift is the gate of crisis. This opened doors for me. As you may or may not have seen, first off, I'm very emotional and I don't care. I'm gonna cry. Cry with me, laugh at me, I don't care. But after an unfolding, all right, so I had a very systematic thing going where it was like one relationship after another, and they all were so similar, the toxicity, right? And once I laid that vice down after the last one, and I was like, I can't do this, like I have to stop, I gotta allow this to sit. And I literally totally just laid it all down and I sat with it. Things started unfolding for me. One of them being the ancestral lineage. Actually, the main thing being my ancestral lineage. So, when I sat with this and I'm like, why does this feel so familiar? It pointed me straight to my mom and then down my paternal lineage. I love my mother, and I am not here to say negative things about her, to talk down on her or about her in a negative way, okay? So that is really how all of this started. Probably just like most of you that are on here. Since I was little, I always felt like I was gonna grow up and do things different. Not that like my parents weren't, you know, I had this like knowing that I was here for something bigger than me, okay? And that's exactly what led me down this path, was needing something bigger than me. And sure enough, in many, many ways, here we go, all right? So, there are so many blueprints and maps and undeniable if you really dig into it, and I'm sure that I've only scratched the surface. I know I have, with occult science and spirituality, that your life is blueprinted. We have free will. We have free will. But you know how it's like, you ever feel like the universe smacks you a little bit, like they'll be like, it'll poke you at first, and if you don't get the lesson, like it comes back a little harder, and they're like, all right, we're gonna knock your ass on the ground, face first in the dirt, and you're gonna have to get it this time, right? So it's kind of like that. And once we get it, like we have that free will, we have that choice. But these things are mapped out. So in my chart, right, when I went into the astrology, I could literally, hindsight, see my partner passing. In my chart, I had two that died at their own hands at a very young age. That was in my chart. It was in my chart that my mother, and all of this that has transpired for me and come to light, it's in my chart. It is in my chart that I am directly connected to my ancestors. Like, it's literally in there. My part of fortune is in the house, and it is in the sign that states that my success, whether it is, you know, material, spiritual, whatever that may be, is directly connected to my lineage. This was very eye-opening for me. Now, of course, your chart may not say exactly that, but just to say that these things, like, to me, it is completely undeniable. Completely undeniable. There's scientific proof now. Grain of salt here, okay? I did my research, but I am not a book researcher. I am very much a journey. I listen to my intuition. I channel. You know, that's where I get a lot of my messages, but there is scientific proof, and you may have heard of it. I may mess up the way that I say the name, epigenetics. It's semi-new, and this is where they study the DNA, right? That and how it carries, the trauma carries through generations. And I get this question, well, DNA and genetics is the same thing. It is, but it's not, actually. So the DNA, you can think of it as like the brain. It is the part that blueprints, that tells, it is the receptor point that gives the expressions to the genetics, all right? So the DNA is part of the genetics, but it is not the genetics. It is the brain. It is the mechanism that turns things on, and they're now looking into that. And from my research, they're suggesting that it is up to 4 generations just in the DNA, okay? It says they need to do more research to be certain. How do you be certain? I don't know. But now, the genetics part is up to 7 years, supposedly. I mean, okay, that makes sense. So the genetics, you know, is more so like the DNA is the expression. I don't know how to explain this. I'm not a scientist. I'm terrible with research, as I said, but it's the brain part. All right. So that's a long time. That's a long time. I don't know if you've noticed. Have any of you noticed that the word narcissist is being, I'm going to use quotation marks because this is my belief, quote, unquote, overused. If you get down to the nitty-gritty of narcissism, surely maybe it is being overused. We all have narcissistic traits. What is happening? We're in the year of the snake. These cycle breakers, I know anything about your astrology, Pluto in Scorpio generation is absolutely cycle breakers. Not to say that there's not different ones, because there are, but we are in the year where the dark is being exposed and the light is being guided home. If you follow me, you know I talk about this a lot. Not to say though, we cannot forget that when the dark is being exposed, it is highly integrally important that we look in the mirror and accept that within us. It's being exposed outwardly to also be exposed inwardly. People are falling off, you know what I mean? This is happening for a reason. We're at a collective rise and fall. With all that being said, we have the power within us, especially connected. We are all one. So when you work on your healing and you work on these systematics and these things that just like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want these patterns. I don't want my great-great-grandchildren that I'll probably never meet. You won't. Not here in this physical sense. And their kids, and I don't want them to deal with this shit. You know, I am going to be the one that steps up and I'm changing this shit. I don't care what falls off. I don't care who falls off. I don't care how you look at me. I don't give a shit if I stand alone with my armor and my sword. So be it. That's why we're here. You are not alone. Not only is this transformational for our future generation, I promise you that your ancestors, the ones that went before you, and although they were not perfect, they dealt with the Holocaust, they dealt with, you know, wars and famines and things that we have not. That has been passed to us unintentionally. So my mom turned her back on me because her pain is too deep. Yes, it hurts. Yes, I get angry. Same as to her, I cannot turn around and be angry at them because it does not do any good. So love wins always, right? This is so healing for the future, for the now, for the past bloodline. We are in such an insanely powerful, sensitive, that word. Oh, I forgot your name. I'm sorry. The word that you used, ma'am. Misty. Time on this earth. It's not just for us. And I know for me personally, the weight of the world is on my shoulders. But we're not alone. It's important for us to have things like this and to communicate with others because we're everywhere. We're everywhere. So, but please know that, like, it is not just for us. It is not just for our children and our future. It goes back. It goes back so deep. I have to tell you a story. So, I get readings. I treat myself to readings every couple of birthdays. Okay? I had this old woman that kept coming through. And I'm like, I don't know who she is. Like, I don't know what this lady keeps, like, she would come, like, front and foremost, like, push her way past everybody. And, Missy, I'm so glad that you're here. I am so glad. And, please, if you are comfortable, message me after this. I'm really drawn to you and I'd like to communicate with you further. Okay? But yeah, so, like, I'm like, what is this lady doing? Right? Alright, so fast forward a couple of readings, a couple of years, and I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, I don't understand why this lady keeps coming through. And she's like, I think you should talk to your aunt. My mom was put up for adoption. I talked to my aunt. That's her biological sister. They found each other when I was a baby. I love that. And her mouth dropped, tears, and she's like, that's my mom. I'm like, why is she coming to talk to me? Let me tell you something. Ever since I found out it was her, there is not another adult that I've ever met in my life that I have felt so connected to, that I have felt so loved and held by. Like, I know her. I've never met her in my physical life. I saw a picture of her, instant tears. I went to her grave. I could have sat there for hours. And I didn't understand it. This was right 3 years ago. Until right fucking now. Until right now. Let me tell you something. I know without a shadow of a doubt, without proof, I love the things that I know and I can see, but I can't see and I can't touch or smell. They're my favorite. But anyway, so I know for a fact, her and I, our souls contracted for my mother to be my mother, which is her daughter that she gave up for adoption, to heal this fucking abandonment wound, and this wound of being unlovable and scared to stand up and scared to speak. This is my first time speaking freely in 36 years. So all 7 of you that are here right now, thank you. Thank you for hearing me. This is my truth. Like, and I'm so thankful that there are people that resonate with this. It's healing for me. I know for a fact. Nobody could tell me any different. Nobody. I've heard her. I don't have auditory. I hear her. And guess what? It's in my astrology chart. It's there, hindsight, you know. We're so connected to our ancestral lineage. And you know, like I said, there's times, and I'm telling you this because I feel like maybe somebody can resonate and understand this and take it in context for themselves. There's times that I'm so angry because, you know, humanly, as a child, I didn't deserve the fucking shit that I went through. I deserve to be unconditionally loved, not conditionally, which has been my entire existence. I get angry, and I get sad, and I'm still dealing, and I'm still working and healing through that inner child. But I love my mom. And she deserves to know that she's still worthy of love. I send her love. I send her fucking light. I ain't gonna lie, I cuss her out sometimes. Not in person, but like I get angry. But I journey. And I send her love and I pour healing over her. And I'm saying all of this to say that love fucking wins. It's very easy. Now, I'm not perfect. Please know this. It's very easy for the world and the things that we go through to turn us sour and to turn us away from who we are. Like, we know when we're saying or doing something, we're like, this isn't right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is against everything, but I can't. Like, I just need this. Like, I breathe, you know? Because it's not. It's everything that we heal within ourselves is a beacon of light that shoots. It shoots so far that you can't even imagine. It connects to this person's and that person's, and it's like this global, like, do you understand what I'm saying? It touches people that you don't even know it touches. Countries away, worlds away, spiritual worlds away, backwards, forwards. Love, self-love, containment. Okay, so with all this, there are frequencies of music. Okay, there's a lot. And of course, they all say, like, oh, there's no proof, but let me tell you, I have proof in the pudding with my own personal experiences. So there's a lot of them. I have 3 of them written down for you guys to listen to that helps with ancestral healing. All right, 396 hertz is good for clearing negative energy. All right, overcoming fear, and are you ready? Releasing subconscious blocks that go back to the places that we don't know where they come from. All right. 528 is the love frequency. So this is believed to, like, kind of start and facilitate a deep transformation, stimulate DNA repair. Love it. And then 111 is for, like, it takes you into a deeper state of meditation, a place that you connect with higher spirits, higher places of realms of consciousness. So this helps with accessing your ancestors, their wisdom, their wounds, their cycles, and it is known to help promote cellular regeneration. Hello, same thing. So it's good for helping to heal and aid with guiding you to heal from physical and emotional wounds tied to generations before you, as well as, of course, your personal. All right. So we know that generational trauma is caused by emotional dysregulation. It is caused, you know, like, because we weren't taught, we don't know, we're in fight or flight, our inner child screaming and throwing temper tantrums, right? We know this, as well as environmental, emotional, so on and so forth. But remember, it's also the DNA, and this is just scientifically proven. We also have threads and cords that connect you, like, it's all connected. All of us, everything, not just us, like nature, every single thing is connected. So, I'm sorry, 1 second here. Does anybody have any questions or anything before I move forward? I wanted to touch on something real quick too. So, when I was young, I was very lonely. I wasn't even in school yet. I was extremely lonely and neglected. And I would travel, and I would like astral project, like I would journey awake while I was awake, but I didn't realize what I was doing. And then now here's to say that, let me stop. Okay, move back. All right. So, as well as when I was experiencing abuse as a child, when things got progressive, You probably have heard of Matilda, or you watched Matilda. Miss Honey was the teacher, and I would always like go to this place, and there was like a meadowy field, and there were trees on the side, and there was lavender and honey, and honeysuckles, and I could smell it, and I could feel the wind blowing, and I remember like I would always see this young woman with short blonde hair running towards me through the field, and she would like with her arms open, and I would go there every single time that this abuse started so that I didn't have to be there. I thought, like, I always even told people, like, I'm just, well, they called it disassociation, right? Yeah. And as I grew up, I'm like, I just have a really imaginative mind. Let me tell you something. All right, here we go. So, blueprints. It's all written the way it's supposed to be. Yes, I love Matilda. So, fast forward. I'm now an adult. I'm no longer, 8 years old. And I'm trying to buy a house. And I buy a house 5 minutes from my mother. And everybody's like, why the hell did you do that? Ain't nobody else up there. You're away from everyone. I'm like, I don't know. Everything inside of me told me I'm supposed to move up there. I didn't even like this town. Okay? But here I am. There's reasons. We talked a little bit about some of them. Don't you know? One of the first times I went for a hike out here. I love hiking. I've learned to just love nature. Anyway. I'm hiking along. Boop, boop, boop. Do. I said, ooh, this looks familiar. I said, oh my God, there's lavender. And I smelt the fucking honeysuckle, and I looked over. Listen to me. Here's the field. There's my path. The wood line was here. Whoop. The lavender was right here. Honeysuckle was right there. Let me tell you that I laid in the middle of that fucking path. People walked around me, and I cried. And I cried, and I journaled. I wasn't disassociating. I wasn't just imaginative. I took myself there. And it wasn't Miss Honey that was coming to save me. It was me. It was me. That place was real. I went there. With that being said, there are reasons, and I'm not making excuses because nobody deserves to go through pain, but these things are here to wake us up. If we allow them, they're here to wake us up. Me going through everything I went through so little allowed me to be in my power, allowed me to find my gifts. I found them so young and nobody understood. I was thrown in mental hospitals, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I wasn't crazy. I went there. There's no way I laid in that field. Like, everything is within reason and purpose. Every single person that's watching this now or that watches this in the future, have a purpose. You're needed. You are fucking worthy of love. I don't care. I don't care what you did. If I sat here and told you the shit that I did in my life, I've done some dirty stuff. I am not even gonna lie to you. I have hurt people that did not deserve for me to hurt them. Does that make me unlovable? I don't believe anymore that it does. You have a purpose. Your blueprint's there. The ones that are choosing light right now, the ones that are reaching and are like, no, we're cutting this shit out. We're done. The weight's heavy. It's heavy right now. I just want you to know that I know that. And I post a lot of positive shit. And, I am pretty optimistic for the most part. I'm super emotional and I feel the weight. But it's all with divine love and purpose. You are needed. So, keep going. All right? Okay, so how to heal ancestral trauma. We're from that to this. So obviously, like, releasing the views, the beliefs, the systematics, okay? But first, it comes with acknowledging. And as I talked about before, the vices. I feel like we've all been in a time in our life where we're like, man, I really need to stop this, and I know I do. I'm gonna do it. I got it. And you're like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, did it again. Or simply not strong enough. I'm not trying to, or I don't want to. You know what I mean? Even though you have that lingering inner knowing that you have to. And it's like, for me, mine was codependency. Mine was relationships. I was a relationship addict. I could not be alone for the life of me. I would never admit it to myself. It took a lot of really rough blows, and me knowing inside of my heart and soul that if I didn't learn this time, I was going to get murdered. Like, I literally knew that was my last chance. I knew it. So when I release that and I put that down, all this shit comes in, right? We have to release the thing that seems the hardest to release. Sit back and breathe through the motions. Acknowledge the patterns and the systematics of your life. And pick one and begin releasing it. And then you'll start noticing the other systematics throughout your family, okay? Obviously, if you have the ability to, talking to your family and asking questions, if they're open and if you're able to, is great. Genealogy, especially if there's adoption, obviously things like ancestry.com, they're great. And so we talk a lot about, like, we want to heal these wounds, and it's very important. But I feel like it's also, like, I talk a lot about love and spreading love to your ancestors and to your loved ones that have hurt you, and to yourself. Now, when I say, like, spreading love to the people that have hurt you that are still here, there's boundaries there and there's different situations, okay? And I get that. And I'm not saying expose yourself to things that are harmful, okay? I just wanted to clarify that. I forget where I was going. Oh, it's also super important to make sure that we're clearing karma from ancestry, as well as remembering and thanking, first off, the parts of them that transferred into us that did protect and serve us for parts of our life. Again, with it being angry, we just, like, let it down, right? As well as the lineage, you know, like the culture, what kind of music, like, did they listen to? Where is your lineage from? Things of that nature. It's important to also grasp onto that and honor that. So say you have musicians in your family, or you have psychics in your family, and you know that you have gifts, and it's stepping into that. Or if it's musicians, picking up a guitar and just playing, and thanking them and being intentional about our actions. It gets so important, and I feel like it's so deeply missed when we talk about healing ancestral lineage. So deeply missed. And then paying back karma. So for example, say you go back through your stuff and you find out that a lot of your family was loggers. Maybe you go and plant some trees. You know what I mean? Clean up nature a little bit, plant some trees, so on and so forth. Pay back karma. Because it's such an unfold, like, it's a lot. It is a lot. But it's worth it. And it is heavy. It's heavy right now. I know that I am not alone in feeling that. I know that I'm not. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and that it offered some hugs, some comfort, some inspiration, some wisdom, any of that, all of that, some love. I appreciate you guys giving me space and hearing my voice, because like I said, this is literally the first time that I am untamed speaking, like it was unlocked, so I appreciate you guys. I do have a meditation that I'm getting ready to release that actually is rooted right in ancestral healing as well as inner child healing, and it is to help, as we're shedding these things that no longer serve us, it is to help like send it off in a loving way. And it's all while we're holding our inner child. She's doing it with us so that we are not sending it off in a bitter way, right? I don't know how many of you are here, but when you get to the point of your healing that you're like, I don't know who the fuck I am, and your ascension, like everything, like we know, like, oh my gosh, like everything going on around us is a lie and it's fake, and are we in a simulation, like we yeah, I know, like, but it's different when it's like, holy shit, like your conditioning that comes from the healing and understanding this ancestral lineage opens up a completely different pathway inside of you. I'm telling you that I regress to literally like a 4 or 5 year old, and God bless, I freaking love every single person that stood there for me. And like, I don't even know how I parented for like 2 weeks. It was tough. Not to say everybody will go through that, but it shook me. It fucking rocked me. Effing. I don't know if they're gonna cut me out for this, but you know what? Whatever. So anyway, it rocked me, and it's like this place of like, you're holding on to the, even though you're releasing the pieces and the things that no longer serve you, you still kind of hold on because you're like, well, I'll come back. Like I gotta always come back. And then you're like, whoa, I can't. So you kind of hold on to them, because if you let go, what? You know what I mean? So like this meditation is actually directly for that. So it is to release it in a loving way and to honor and appreciate each layer that has been stripped off of you for when it served you and your ancestors, and you're able to thank them in the process. It's something I just kind of fell upon when I was listening to my drumming and stuff, and I just did it myself, so I'd like to share it. It's not going to be any charge. I'm gonna most likely upload it to my YouTube channel. But this is, can I just ask real quick, has anybody else been there ever? Katie, was that a yes to the like, who am I? Where am I going? This shit's uncomfortable. Really, like everything's been, none of this is real. Here, like not out there, you know what I mean? But like, it's wild. It is. Not saying any of this to scare anyone, because it's worth it. But it's kind of heavy. Like everything is right now. So yeah. Hi Rachel. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. You get it, Lori? Yeah, it's like, we're just about wrapping up, Rachel, but I'd love to see you, and you can watch a replay. Thanks for coming. I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, it's tough. It is wild. It is heavy. I'm gonna just sit here, and if you guys have questions or anything, we're just gonna kind of communicate a little bit. It's kind of why I wanted to do it in the teams, because I thought I could make it more personal, and then like everybody doesn't have teams, and some people can't hop on right away, so this gives options for rewinds. So we play with it. But yeah, and so like I think it's important too. So like even the ones that are choosing to like not be able to face themselves are still feeling that weight. Katie, hey Tony. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I was just thinking about you, no lie. Oh, I'll be with you in a second, Tony. So Katie, when you say you've had a knot in your stomach, so do you know like about how long this has been going on, like an uneasy? So it's like to me, I'm getting it like that again, like the unknown, or feeling like something's coming, like you feel like something is about to unleash or happen. So, and I could be wrong, they're like no. So I'm getting like that is like the emergence of another stripping for you. So sit with your emotions, sit with them, give them validation. And that's something I preach too, is like, I preach it, I forget sometimes though. And I'll be like telling my friend, I'm like, ooh, I need to do that. But, so with all this shit that we go through in our life, right? And as empaths and people that we truly love and we care, you know, we go through this like, but they didn't mean to, or they were raised this way, or, well, excuse, and it's like, okay, but like, and you know, it could even be somewhat of a truth, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, especially when it comes to your inner child. Like, if they felt that way, you need to give yourself a damn hug and let her feel. Like, we have to do, it has to happen for healing. Anticipating a lot. Yeah. I'm glad that we got to communicate too. I was loving being in your energy and communicating with you tonight. Thank you. Missy, you're very welcome. Thank you for listening and sharing space with me tonight. So Tony, yes, it is heavy. And it's kind of like we're all at this crossroads. I mean, I feel like even people that have made a decision, we still have like, it's crossroads. Like, I don't know how many of you have heard about like the two earths, like the new earth and then we have this earth, and there's been so much controversy over it. So going backwards a little bit, I had talked earlier about the narcissistic thing, and it's like, yeah, okay, like depending how you look at it, sure, it might be overplayed, yeah, but it's being brought to light because people need to look in themselves, including us. And so like the light is being guided home, the dark is being exposed. Do you see what I'm saying? The new earth, here we go. Like, it's literally, we're at a fork. It is heavy. It is. It's a process. I am here like the best that I can be with the energy and the time and the space that I have for all of you. You all know I offer like sessions and things like that, but besides that, obviously, please be respectful of my time. But I am here. I am. I am going to get that meditation up hopefully by the end of this month. So I will post a link for that. I really appreciate all of you. And this was like, again, so healing for me and my little Lindsay, and the unchaining of my voice. I would like to know your opinion on learning more about your astrology. So what do you mean about that? So Katie, when you say that, what do you know? So I'm assuming you know like your basic, at least your sun, moon, rising. Yeah, could you just let me know like your basic knowledge area with astrology? So there's Vedic too. I wanted to touch on that. There's so much information. I could talk for like hours and probably make your guys' ears hurt. But Vedic astrology is amazing for past life karma. Incredible. Hi, tarot and card reading. So is your name Angie? Hi. I'm glad you're here. And Katie, you're more than welcome to share on here. If you would like to talk more personally, you can message me too. But I'm here, so whatever you're comfortable with. Oh yeah, so okay, yeah, the year of the snake. So it just posted at 7 o'clock. I'm so excited. So sorry, like did my awful singing talk voice for you guys. So the year of the snake, let me go back. I'm actually being a guest speaker in a 3-day free healing event, right? That's virtual, with another practitioner, actually a bunch of practitioners, and that is directly on the year of the serpent. So if you would like to check that out, it should have just posted at 7 if my scheduling worked. And it's completely free. So I speak April 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you get on there and you see it and you want to check it out, please know that that is European time. So wherever you're at, if you're not in European time, check the time difference. But yeah, so the year of the snake it's about shedding. It's about truth coming through. It is about the stripping. It is about, you know, the serpent and the like the awakening. All of this stuff. Like, this is a serious, serious year. Okay, so I am not sure. Tarot and cards, if you're a real person, could you please respond to me? Sorry. About your sign? Okay, I mean, so yeah, if you want to shoot me a message, I don't do like, I'm not an astrologer. I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of things. We're gonna blame my human design on that one. But I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of different things, and I would love to work with you on that and offer you some insight, whether it's a brief, like, here's what you can look up, non-paid, or if you would like to book something with me. Okay, go ahead and you can shoot me a message and we can talk more about that. And Scorpio and the serpent is like, it's tied in the 9. We're also in the year of the 9. All right, Tori, please ignore that until I confirm, because although I can read that, like, maybe it but I don't try. That sounds like a spam to me. I just don't want you to get spammed. Yep, I got you. I'll send you or I can't message you, so please message me. All right, tarot and card reading. If you are a real human being and you're not a spammer, I need you to respond to me, please, because you're about to get blocked. We don't like all that. We're not trying to do that to people. All right. Yeah, Tori, please just, it's crazy how much, wait, I think I did the wrong thing. It's crazy how much spammers, like, I don't even know how they do it. I didn't even know they could get on a live. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. All right, so anybody else, anything they want to talk about, any questions, want to share anything from your journey? I know it's kind of hard because we're on the comments, but I don't think I still didn't block her, right? There she goes. She gone. Absolutely, Lori. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your support always. You've been a pretty long-standing supporter, actually, from like when I first started coming into this publicly. Katie, I love you. Hey guys. Katie's my best friend. She's been my only consistent throughout my entire life, and I just adore her. She's probably hiding and jumping off the live. Sounds good, Tony. Yeah. You've been really heavy on my heart and my mind, like the past, like on and off, I'd say for like a week and a half, but you know, nice and you love always. Always. All right, any questions? I should have tagged on the post the waves. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. One more thing. So with the frequencies, the hertz that I was talking about, the music. So I meditate with like all kinds of different stuff. Actually, I started journeying with jazz music. Don't ask me how it happened. I don't know. It's probably in my lineage somewhere. I didn't get that far yet. But I sleep with frequencies on a lot. And I started with the 111 hertz. I didn't even know it was tied to ancestral stuff. I was drawn to it. I put it on. I'm fibbing to you. It was the theta waves and the binaural beats. So like the binaurals, if you put the headphones on, right, it's like one here and then one just a little bit of a different frequency here. And theta waves are 4 to 8 hertz. So those, I was having massive downloads. Like, I don't know if you how long you have followed, but I had the vision of the sword coming down into my hands of light, and I literally like painted it, and I had all these wild things happening. I was journeying and writing, and I wrote things that I thought I understood until whoa, I get it now. Like premonitions of my life. We're coming through with these, with the theta waves and the binarial. My speech is, what are words anyway? Who made them up? Binary. Yep. 2 headphones. They're great. So they're great for downloads and channeling. Now, the 111 hertz and the 396 hertz. I just recently started doing these intentionally. Prior to that though, when I didn't even know it started, I would listen to these while I was sleeping, and I will wake up having night sweats. And I don't know, like everybody is different in their journey and stuff, and I don't know where everybody's at, but literally I know when my body's purging, and I won't get into gruesome details, but I'll tell you about the sweat. I know that I'm not sick. I can feel it. It's different. I can literally tell, like, so a couple days ago I had it, and I was sweating nowhere but right here in my sacral, right? Releasing trauma from here. And again, this isn't just me. This is those beautiful, beautiful great grandkids that I'm never gonna physically lay my eyes on. I probably already know them soul-wise, right? It's gonna affect them. And it goes back to my grandma. It goes back to your great-grandma. That healing. It's so interconnected. And I just think it's so lovely when we can understand that, and it's healing, and to know that it is so much bigger than us. We're specks in an ocean, man. Like, yet we're so important, you know? So I think I am gonna wrap it up. I just want to end this with like a little message of like one more time. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you. I know I post positive stuff and so on and so forth, but I'm here to tell you right now that I struggle. I'm human. And this was very much so a breaking free moment for me, and I appreciate you for being here and holding space for me and trusting me to bring my wisdom and my story and my fucking voice forward. I love all of you. I will put the link up when I get that meditation out. And like I said, I have that, it's a 3-day healing. You don't have to do all 3 days. You don't have to do any of them. But if you're interested, it should have posted at 7 o'clock. I'm so excited. My lifelong dream is to be a public speaker, inspirational speaker, motivational, spiritual, so on and so forth. This is huge. It is about the year of the serpent, bringing back your femininity. I am personally speaking about bending darkness into the light. Who would have guessed? All about alchemizing. And again, I speak at 1 p.m. Eastern time. It will say that it starts at 7. That is European time. She is in Europe. So be mindful. All right. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Kyle. Thank you for listening. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, so you're the serpent. Let's go. We're ready. We're as cycle breakers. We're together. We're interlooped. And again, I'm here the best that I can be. Again, I just ask that you, obviously, I'm a human and I have a life, and I just ask that you are, what's the word? Just please don't take advantage of me. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all it is. I offer services. I'm here as a friend. I'm here as a mentor. I'm here as a guide. I'm here as a human being, a spiritual, whatever it is, all of the above. I love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I am excited to know that even if it was 8 people that saw this, that 8 people resonate with this, that means I'm not alone and you're not alone, and we seriously, the world's changing and we're part of the better not the better. Whew, I'll take that back out. We are part of the bright collective. All right, we're shining our swords, remembering that this is spread so far. It's spread across the world. It's spread into the galactics. Literally, it is spread to our great-great-grandkids. I just like am in my heart. Our children and their children and their children. How special is that? All the way back. I send you all the biggest hugs in the world. All the love. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Go spread your light. Dig in. Do a meditation. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, also, 100% free. 100% free. If you feel drawn to donate, it is always appreciated for my time. And the Cash App and stuff is in the link below. And I love you guys. See you later. How do I turn it off? Okay, now. Bye.